I'm very, very happy. Sheriff Leonard has shown up, and I asked him how he wanted me to introduce him to the group, and I'm not joking. He said, "You can introduce me as the bad guy." He has a great sense of humor, and I really, really appreciate the fact that he was willing to come down here. He only has very limited amount of time to talk with us, so Dave, sorry, interrupting your presentation. So everybody, could you please give a round of applause for Sheriff Leonard? Come on up. And this area is the area where people can hear you. Okay, so.
Well, first off, I'm sorry. I'm obviously the reason you're all here. So, and I think they touched base on it earlier that we can't really talk about the case at hand and stuff. I wanted to stop here and tell you that I have a lot of friends that do this for a living too, and with Homeland Security and all those type of things, and nothing but supportive of the industry. And it's not. There's just a whole lot of things that went into this that night that we're still in question. So, and I think I was talking earlier, getting a lot of hate mail and a lot of stuff from the industry worldwide. I mean, London, everywhere. You're just getting how dare I do this? And, you got to look at it from law enforcement perspective for what we're responding to. If you're telling me that this is we're just checking your response time, and I had 5 deputies running 140 miles an hour to get there, that common sense, that's bad business. If somebody would have got killed on the road that night, those type of things. So, I mean, we just need to work better together. I don't know if this is a common thing, if this is all, but there's a lot of things that we got to look at. The only reason, and the other thing, that those of you that do the job, I would never charge you with the crime and let it continue. I don't have the ability to dismiss it, but I can work with the county attorney and those type of things. But at the end of the day, if we believe that you truly needs to go away, it'll go away. But there's still an active investigation here, multiple counties involved, multiple agencies involved and stuff like that. So I guess I just wanted to stop and let you guys know that we do appreciate you and what you're doing. And it is what you do is very needed. I couldn't do it. I don't know how to do this stuff. And I rely on you folks to help us. And the 2 gentlemen that night, they're good guys, but you got to understand that when you come here in rural Iowa, from Florida, you're from Seattle, Washington, chances of you coming back when I ask you to come back to answer questions are slim to none. I promise you that. So we just, I just met you, so you're not there's a whole lot of questions that go into these things in the middle of the night that we have to put all that together. So I just wanted to stop and tell you that there is no friction between, as far as I'm concerned, between us. And every day I come to the office, I get, I'm getting 15, 20, you're a jarhead from, what'd you get blown up too many times and whatever and all this kind of stuff. So I'm getting we didn't do it. We didn't charge these 2 gentlemen because we wanted to, or we were trying to make a statement. There's nothing political or all these things, these comments that are being made. None of that stuff came into. If you look out there, I've never made a single statement, period. Never done a single press release, never done anything. This is a confusing case. Hopefully it'll wash out at the end, and we make a better partnership and working relationship between all of us. But some of the industry practices, if it is the way it was that night, some of those things need to change, because as an employer, I don't want to see deputies going to fake calls at 100+ miles an hour to get somewhere when somebody says, "I'm just checking your response time." That doesn't work well, because if one of your family members was T-boned by a deputy, you'd be mad, especially when you found out it was a fake call or something like that. I mean, these are just, you got to understand from my perspective. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that went wrong that night from the state of Iowa, from the industry, from the company itself. I feel like we were the only ones that did it right. And, so just asking that you kind of wait for it. We're not out to prosecute anybody. I would never charge any one of you with the crime. And if I didn't think it was valid. And if it's proven down the road, and if we get through this investigation with all these other agencies and it needs to go away, I'll advocate for it to go away. I wouldn't want any one of you to have a criminal history that you didn't deserve. So But I just wanted to stop and say that. Again, I can't go into the details of the whole thing, but just, I know you guys all concerned about doing this and these agencies and stuff, but if I could recommend anything, it would be work with your local law enforcement when you're doing it. I would have helped. If I would have known about it, I'd have helped you do it. I would have helped them accomplish their mission, that night. So, and we wouldn't have any of this problems. So, but anyway,